Hello and welcome back to another review slash 100% achievement thing that I do on the channel. Name to be decided. So in this episode I'm looking at ASDIVINE MENACE. I recently completed it. It's probably about a month ago now. That I did complete it, but the Let's Play will go up on the channel after the end of Like a Dragon. So once Like a Dragon finishes, the next lot of uploads for Let's Plays will begin. I am working through all of the Chemical RPGs at the moment. Slowly. I have about 40 odd of them to play, so I'm working through them in bits. But today's episode is dedicated to ASDIVINE MENACE. So, without further ado, ASDIVINE MENACE. So, ASDIVINE MENACE is an RPG, as I said before, by Chemco. Chemco make all these various different mobile style RPGs that are not particularly not particularly like amazing, but they're solid RPGs if you want to sort of make sure that you're having RPG-ness in your life. So the story for this one, it is a sequel to ASDIVINE Dios. There is quite a few games in like the ASDIVINE sub-series. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them altogether. A lot of them I've already done, so I won't be doing Let's Plays on the channel for those, but there are obviously some that I haven't done. So, sequel to ASDIVINE Dios. Most of the characters from Dios are still in the game, they're just not playable like they were in Dios. You get a full like set of new characters other than the main character Izuyoi, I think is his name, or Iozoi. Izuyoi, there you go. I think I'm saying that correctly. I don't know, I have no idea. With most of these Chemco RPGs, the story tends to be a bit bland. It's probably the best way of describing them. I will be skipping through most of the dialogue for these games when you see the Let's Plays, if you watch the Let's Plays. Just purely because, like, there's lots of talking and fluff and just, like, not necessary to any of the plot or any character development or anything like that. It's just talking, and it's like it goes on and on and on and on for ages. So that's generally the story. They tend to be bad guy shows up, your character has to save the world sort of stuff. In this one you're playing as a divine being, whereas in some cases you play as a hero or a king or something like that, heir to the throne. And there's basically a person in this game called Nemesis who's spreading murk. She's like the goddess of murk or whatever. And it's messing everything up. So the main character travels to various different like parts of the ASDIVINE world. Generally, you can follow the story by just going through this. So you can go through the main story by just looking through all of these. There's a load of like talking, and it'll be like, oh, the main quest is updated, and it'll just be like, yeah, go to the ferry to cross Petera Lake and stuff like that. So it's quite easy to follow this, like the basic story, if you just want to follow that. which I found was probably going to be quicker than it was to just read all of the stuff that was going on. But yeah, as far as a traditional sort of review goes, like, the story's okay. Like, it's nothing special. The music's generally like the same sort of music all the way through the game. I ended up muting it because it's just like you mostly hear the same like couple of tunes. The level up system is just a standard level up system. Quite a few of these chemical RPGs borrow their level up systems from different games. So some of them have like a monster capture system. Some of them like this are just your standard level up. There's one that I've seen that's got like a sphere grid, stuff like that. They just borrow stuff from different games, which is fine. But this one's just standard level up. And yeah, that's basically it. Review raise. It's just like a standard sort of 6 out of 10 mobile style RPG. As for achievements, I get the achievement list up. So the achievements for this one are very, 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 very basic. Quite a few of these games have exactly the same sort of achievements list. They'll be like, take so many steps, kill so many monsters, open so many chests. This one doesn't have that. It's quite interesting that 100% of gamers have gotten that first achievement. Just because there's not many people that actually buy these games. I think this one's tracking at like 300 people have played on True Achievements. Like, that tends to be the sort of amount of people that play this sort of game. So for this one, it's basically like, I think it's mostly all the endings, and then there's one for subquests. Oh, there's the Battle Arena Cups. Is there one for subquests? Yeah. So it's the basically start the game and then get all the different endings, which I'll explain in a second. That's very easy to get. So you've got the endings, and then so the different cuts of the battle arena. A lot of these games have a battle arena in them with 4 levels. There's bronze, silver, gold, and then there's like a maid cup. Depending on the game, the name might change. I think one of them is like called a Butler Cup rather than a maid cup. The maids tend to be a recurring character in most of these games. They tend to show up quite often. I guess there's butlers as well in some of them. So yeah, you basically like go through, complete the various different stages. It's like 3 battles per round, and then there's 3 rounds per cup. So you'll go in, you'll do a standard 3 rounds with no restrictions, and then there'll be like restrictions for the other 2. So one of them might be don't use any skills, and then the last one might be don't use any magic skills, or it might put like a death count on you, so in 5 turns all your characters die, that sort of thing. So you need to do it quick. If you're high enough level to finish the game, normally you're a high enough level to complete the maid cup. So that's that. And then subquests, there tends to be like little side questy things in like all of the towns. So it's just a matter of going to the towns, completing the quests. They're normally like defeat X amount of monsters in the area, get this drop from this monster, or go back to an area that you've just completed and fight a boss. That tends to be the 3 types of subquests. I don't think there's anything else subquest wise. And yeah, lastly, the endings. So in this game in particular, some of them are a bit different, but in this game in particular, there is a... I might as well just show it. The characters have a bonding system. I'm trying to think what it would be called. Trust level. There we go. So this game is trust level. Getting that trust level up will give different endings depending on which character you do. So in this game, if you finish the game with every character under 90, it gives you the normal ending. And then if you do each separate character up to 90, it will give you the next ending. So that's for normal. And then once you finish the game on normal, you can then do a new game plus where it will unlock a little bit more after sort of defeating the boss. It gives you a different option. So rather than say killing the boss, it's like, oh, I'm going to save you, and then you do a little bit more of the story, and then you come back to fighting the boss again. And then it's the same thing again, getting all the characters up to, I think it's 100 for the second lot. So defeating the boss as is without any of the trust levels being 100 will get you one ending. And then defeating the boss with each of the different characters at 100 will give you another ending. And then defeating the boss with all of the characters at 100 will give you like the best ending, the true ending. But yeah, that's basically ASDIVINE Menace in a nutshell. Like, where are we? That's all the achievements. And the game itself, as I said, it was okay. It was I played it. It was okay. It's just a solid 6 out of 10 game. Like, if you want a quick RPG itch, then this is your game basically. And you can level the characters up. If you want a game where you can just level characters up, then there you go. That is ASDIVINE Menace. So as I stated earlier, the Let's Play for ASDIVINE Menace will go up in September. I forgot what I was going to say. It'll go up in September after Like a Dragon's finished, basically. And there's like 7 episodes or something like that. I do skip through most of the story if you are wanting to pay attention to the story and what the characters are saying. It's not the Let's Play for you. If you are looking for a general walkthrough to figure out where to go next, then that's your thing. There doesn't tend to be a lot of walkthroughs for these types of games on YouTube, so yeah. ASDIVINE Menace. Play it, don't play it. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.